guys, so this video I wanted to show a variation on the leg drag that I like to use. It's very easy to use and very applicable for most people's games. Before I get into it, I just wanted to mention I do a lot of smaller detail updates on my Instagram that are hard to put in the YouTube videos. So if you haven't checked me out there yet, go to @JohnThomasPJJ. So let's go ahead and get into it, okay? So the way most people do the leg drag, just go over here a little bit, yeah. So a lot of people go for the leg drag. They start with this cross grip like this, and you can do that for sure. But for me, a lot of times the issue with that is when you let go of this leg here or the lapel here, and you go this side, this leg is really easy to loop over. That's what I do on bottom, and it's really hard for people to leg drag me that way. The second thing is, a lot of people will control the pants, and you can, but a lot of times the tricky part with that is like, if I go for the pants and he goes for my sleeve, I don't control the direction of his foot, right? So here it's hard to push it down. If he pushes it past my body, I can't drag it. So there's a lot of difficulties with that, right? So I generally go for the ankle first because I'm looking to trap the leg for the knee cut initially. That's my first threat. And I'm gonna use the threat of that to help set up the leg drag. So what I do is I'm killing this leg over here. You can come over around here, Tony. So I'm killing this leg first with my right hand, and I keep my arms straight. I like to push but just below the knee with my palm on the shin. Okay, that blocks him. So here, even if he tries to lasso, it's like I'm blocking the leg from coming over. This hand, I'm gonna grab the ankle and I start pushing it in between my legs like I'm gonna trap for a knee cut. One of the most common responses when you start trying to push it is the guy brings his knee back to try to resist that, okay? All I'm gonna do here is I bring my knee back and I lift this up and I guide it into my hip here, okay? So once I lock in here, I know he can't get this back easily. I'm kind of locked in, and he can't lasso this leg over. From here, I'm gonna let go and switch my hand up to the knee, because ultimately I wanna get inside that elbow knee space. So if I'm just here and he keeps his knee really tight, it can be tough, right? So switching up to the knee makes it really easy to open this. So a lot of people traditionally finish the leg drag going in with their knee in between here and grabbing the lapel, and you can certainly do that. But for me, and I see this a lot in competition, I see a lot of guys get pulled into 50-50 once they go in here. Guys will kind of hook the leg more from the inside. Yeah, and they suck this in and they get pulled into 50-50. It's very common, okay? So for me, what I focus on, once I clear this here, I switch to the knee, I keep this killed, and I push this past the body. Once I can push this down, I like to switch to the lapel, and I attach my elbow and knee on the outside of the leg. Okay, from here, as long as my elbow and knee are connected and I start to smash in, and I'll block this bicep to help stop him from turtling, from here it's really hard for him to turn back in, to get his leg back in, and I can kind of take my time crushing, pin, to work my way into the crossface, and then I work into the pass. Okay, so again, we're here, right? So I kill the De La Riva leg, control the ankle. Tony, you can come around here and get a little bit closer. Okay, I kill this ankle like this, right? Here, boom, so I start going here. Even if he starts going for my collar immediately, I go here like this. If he tries to pull that leg out, which is very common because he doesn't want to get knee cut, if he just leaves it here, then I can work on my knee cut series, right? But most people will feel uncomfortable with that and try to pull it out, right? So I go here, he starts pulling out. I look again, I kind of pull this leg back, just guide right through my hip. Go around the other side, Tony. Okay, so I'm here, so he pulls the leg back. See, look, and I go right there, see it opens that gap, and it shoots right through. Now I can bring my body in and kind of trap it. This hand here is really critical because he can't re-loop the leg. If I was like this, he'd loop that leg over, and now it becomes hard. So we block this out. Now I switch my hand to the knee, push through, and look, now I switch to the lapel and elbow and knee tight connect. Hand goes to the bicep, even if he holds the collar. Look, and I just slowly crush, work my way around, cross face, and come into side. Okay? All right, guys, so I've been doing more concept videos recently, and I find the best way to work with the channel is to do a mix of concept videos, more in-depth technique, and also kind of like positional overviews. It's really important that you have both of those things together, because some people get really excited about like the positional overviews and the concept videos, but the thing is ultimately you really do need those very specific details on techniques as well. But if you only have the specific details on technique, then it's tricky, because if you don't understand the context of where they fit in with the overall game, they can be kind of not very easy to use as well. So you need to mix that up. So I'm trying to hit all of that with the YouTube channel, okay? Also, again, for the smaller details, it is really useful that you guys can follow me on Instagram with the stories and stuff, because there's just, for every technique I show, there's like 100 different ways people can mess it up, and that's the kind of thing it's hard to target in the videos, okay? So if you guys like the content, as always, like, share, subscribe. It really helps a lot. Thanks a lot.